Hey, everybody. Welcome again to another week of We're Going Live. Of course, there's... Who said it? We're going live.
We're going live.
There we go. That's the exact voice that you hear in the song there as well, so that's great. So we are on week number 8, or I don't know. We're on a few weeks in now. We're finally bringing on our first guest today. We have TJ Ainsborough that's going to be joining us. So we're going to pick his brain and see what kind of what he's been doing to grow his real estate business. But we'll first just throw it over to Cali and have him introduce us and let everybody know what we're doing.
Cool. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, man. So anyone just first of all, thanks a lot for listening to us talk about what we're doing. We started this whole going live. We're all in the same mastermind, and we were, getting chastised for how poorly of a job we were doing, and with our social media presence. So we collectively decided to kind of JV on something more than just the deals, right? And we said, let's JV on this whole social media thing, and here we are. We decided to once a week, Fridays at 3 p.m. to go live and just share what we've been up to with our audience, so that people can know what we're up to and how to reach out to us and all that stuff, right? And we encourage the listeners or viewers to participate, so that we know we're bringing value to you guys. And again, I think this is our 7th or 8th week, and man, I feel so much better going live now than I did the first time. I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
Same thing. 100%. It's just you get out of your comfort zone, and then it just starts becoming almost like second nature to you too, right? So, what are your thoughts, Alex?
There's definitely a heightened level of confidence in doing these sort of things, and I think it comes with a few other things too that we may have been involved in. Publicly speaking about what our struggles or what we have done. Yeah, no, there's definitely value in it. I try to even watch it at times and see what I do and how I do it, and I don't know if I'm actually improving from any of these points that I'll point out on myself, but still, no, I very much appreciate being able to do this with you guys every week.
100%. So do we want to bring TJ on right now, or do you guys have some stuff you want to talk about? Does anybody else want to talk about the growth in their business and how they've been doing and something like that? What are your thoughts, guys?
I see TJ's he's in waiting mode. He's eager to jump on.
He's ready. Yeah, he's ready to go, eh?
All right, then without further ado, we're going to bring our first guest on, and I'm just going to give TJ a little plug here. So since mid-2020, TJ and his partner Anna have started a flipping company in the Simcoe County area of Ontario, and have acquired 6 deals so far, with 2 of them sold and 1 being listed by the end of March. They also started the Cottage Buyers Wholesale business, which they partnered with Adam Martin, Rebecca Matheson, and Matt McKeever's team. So that's great. You got an all-star team right there, and also have wholesaled 99,000 in 2021 alone. So without further ado, we'll bring on TJ.
We need some intro music for TJ, man.
Yeah, okay, well, let's come back tomorrow. I'll do up theme music for TJ alone, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, we got to get some WWE background music, get some fireworks going.
Let's see if we can adjust these a little bit, how we can get better. I don't think that's going to get any better. All right.
Nice.
So TJ, let's talk about your growth here. Like, I know you said since mid-2020. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you've gotten to where you are.
Yeah, so when I used to work in the oil fields for the last 8 years, when COVID hit, it was kind of like a calling, being like, all right, now I've always wanted to leave, and I got my kids at home, so like I would fly back and forth to Alberta, back and forth, and it was kind of just a sign to like, hey, do what you're passionate on. And I used to just randomly flip a house here and there on my off season. So like when I wasn't out there, I'd come back and flip a house and then go back out west. And it was always did good, but I did all the work myself. It was stressful, but it was fun. But then, you know, I never was in the mindset where I could do this 100 times over. And in March, I found Cashflow Tribe and then started to connect with people like crazy, and then heard about the council. And then I was like, I got to get on this thing. Like it's to be able to get to have the next level of conversations that I need to have to be able to scale my business. I ended up, my partner, Anna, actually is one of the people that I reached out. We were connecting through Cashflow Tribe and stuff. And I brought up council, and she's like, you know, I got you. I'll pay for your tuition, because I think you're a perfect fit for this. And then boom, I was on there. And at the exact same day I joined council was the exact same day I closed on a pawn shop in Wasaga Beach. And that was a completely structured, like OPM. My old boss kind of, you know, we worked out a really great arrangement for the two of us. And yeah, so it was pretty crazy. At first, very overwhelming. I was running a store, trying to do my real estate stuff, trying to do a million things at once. And I'm sure most of you guys know me well enough by now. That's kind of my personality, where I'm just going to go do a million things and start a million things. And
No.
no,
I don't believe it 1 second.
no, not at all. And yeah, we just started to improve the business and grow, and like the relationships and the JVs and what I learned from council, I was able to implement and do some crazy marketing in my local area. And yeah, it just snowballed from there. And now finally all the flips that we closed on like in early September to November are all getting to the end zone. And we had 2 of them sell within the last 2 weeks. One of them's hitting the market Tuesday. And yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. TJ, I mean, all of us here, we're all like, you know, we have the same mentors, and we, you know, Cashflow Tribe and council and all that. So we were talking earlier when we introduced ourselves, like the whole show, you know, the social media presence. How is yours, and how would you like it to be? How, like, can you touch a little bit about that as far as, you know, just how that journey is going for you as well?
Just to be brutally honest, like I'm from a small town. So funny story is like when I first started doing the flyers, I was actually got a lot of bad feedback from the small town. Realtors were mad at me. Friends were mad at me. People were like disgusted that I would even try and do this. As you can tell, I was the first one to ever do it in my hometown. So it was an eye opener for sure. And so I took a big step back from the whole advertising what I'm doing and whatnot, because of all the, you know, the haters. And yeah, lately I've been doing a lot more of it, and lately my phone does not stop with opportunities. So the more I started doing it, the more people wanted to connect with me. And the cool thing is people are vibing with my story. So like they're able to look at what I'm doing and be like, I was in the same boat. Maybe I could get to that level, or maybe I could do that. And I've been more than accommodating. Like I love helping people and teaching them so that they don't make the mistakes that I made. So it's been cool. Like I should be doing a hell of a lot more than I am doing, but I'm kind of an introvert when it comes to that kind of aspect. Like I don't like my face all over everything as much as it needs to be.
Why not? TJ? It's such a handsome face. We actually have some comments here, and she's probably our biggest fan. Of course, Carly's got a question for you, and she's asking, "What's your biggest obstacle in your journey so far?"
That's a good question.
My biggest obstacle in my journey so far was time management, 100%, and being able to figure out how to manage the store and the flipping business and being a project manager and doing everything all at once. And then managing contractors at the same time. Like I fired 7 contractors on my first flip getting into the company. And those were the biggest obstacles. I had to pay for a lot of things twice, and I had to leave the store one time and go and build a wall. I had to close down the store like probably, I don't know, 40, 50 times while trying to answer the flyer calls, put a be back in 5 minutes sign, and then I'd answer the call, and then I'd rip the 5 minute sign back off, and then I'd run the store. Pardon?
I'm just saying, wow, like, because I know I've heard some of these stories within our calls and stuff like that, but I didn't realize you were going and actually shutting down one store to do whatever. So how did you overcome this? Like, how did you overcome this time management constraint that you were obviously in?
I paid for it. So I paid employees. When I found a rock star person to join my team at the Hawk Shop, and she had 5 more years experience than I did in the industry. She came in and implemented and brought another one of her old employees to the company, and it was that was a huge lifesaver. And then for the flipping company, brought in a project manager. He was able to manage the 3 flips we had on the go we had 3 flips on the go, and the pawn shop and the wholesaling cottage business all going at the same time. So the second I was able to put the right people into each spot, like I even have a sales and acquisition manager in the wholesaling side of things who is a rock star. He's been closing deals left, right, and center. He's made, I think, easily 35K in the first 30 days he was working. So picking like the best people in those positions freed up all of my time. Well, not all of it, but like I was able to free up my time to work on the most important things to be able to scale. So
how did you find with hiring your project manager? Is the project manager, is he literally just there to make flow happen, or did you hire somebody who knows the business and can actually has done the business and has picked up the hammer and knows the ins and outs of the construction world?
So first project manager I had was a good friend of mine, and he's always been interested, very, very good with exterior work. He was a roofing and siding guy, and I've taught him and spent time with him to teach him what I knew. And we just did a huge shift in the company where I'm moving him to a GC position, so a general contracting position, because after the 7 fires and working together, we actually got a really good crew going. So I wanted to keep that crew going. So I essentially promoted him to a GC position, so he manages that one crew. And I've been able to scale and start doing some joint ventures with more people. So we actually just are doing a new hire for a project manager to manage the GCs and JVs. So we're taking it another step further, and we're hoping that this scenario is going to help us be able to 10 times what we're doing essentially. So
nice.
Pardon?
Sorry, do you have an external contracting company, or do you actually own the contract? Like, is the contracting company under your umbrella?
So originally it was under our umbrella, but now we shifted it to be subcontracted through his roofing and siding company. It made more sense doing it that way, tax purposes, and essentially they're becoming his guys, right? So like I'm putting him in a leadership role to be able to manage his guys, and then and then the new project manager manages them. So not manages them, like helps them to where they need to be and make sure things go smoothly.
Yep.
No, that's awesome, TJ. It sounds like you've been through a lot in the last year, growing your business and all that stuff. We do have another comment here, and Paul Panus is asking. He's got a question for Cali. Actually, he's saying, "How does Cali always look so cool, even when he's driving?"
Yeah, how do you do that, Cali?
Yeah, that's it's. I'm speechless, man. I don't believe it. I don't think I look cool at all.
And humble too. Look at that. Look at that. No, that's awesome. I mean, TJ, we definitely.
Thanks for tuning in, Paul. Thanks for tuning in.
Sorry, missed that, Cali.
I was just saying, thanks for tuning in, Paul. Paul's actually crushing it in the wholesaling business, but yeah, man. TJ, I have a question for you. I've never actually had to fire a contractor yet. Like you had to fire 7 contractors. Can you speak a little bit about that? Like, how was it difficult? Like, what were the reasons why you had to fire them? How did that go? Were there contracts in place that you had to, just can you talk about that a bit? Because I'm actually interested myself, and I think other people might benefit from this.
Yeah, it was actually like very awkward. Some funny stories behind that. Like the one guy I hired to do the installation, when I showed up early because I had an inspection that day for the air tightness. And when I walked in, I saw a bunch of, I could see the exterior sheeting everywhere in the house. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going to have to, I started ripping off all the poly, cutting all, patching everything and moving the insulation and fixing everything. And he was working on some other stuff. So it was a little bit cowboyish at first. I was just, stealing him. He was great at doing one thing. So I stole him to move over here to do another thing. He ended up doing really bad on this one thing. So it was one of those conversations that when it came to payday, hey man, so this is the job, but I was working about 6 or 7 hours fixing all your stuff. So your pay minus my pay equals this. And he's like, what do you mean? So some funny scenarios like that. A lot of people was just, I'd walk in at the end of the day and I was like, all right, guys, don't show back up tomorrow. We're just going to call it a day. And one thing I've learned is as much as you want to fight, not pay somebody and do whatever, it's almost better to just pay them off and just call it a wash and get them to go away to avoid the drama and stuff later, right? There's a lot of ramifications. Yep. People are evil and they'll go that extra mile just to get back at you, and less drama, keep everything smooth. It doesn't.
I was going to say, you got to keep in mind you're leaving a vacant property with half renovated vacant at night,
with probably a lot of expensive materials as well, hanging
tools,
tools and whatever else. Yeah, I think TJ's definitely hit the nail on the head with that one. Daniel LeBlanc is actually watching us as well. I've already know that he's got some horror stories that he can tell us about situations like that too. And I think you're right there. You're always better off just kind of paying them off to get rid of them and just not bringing them back, right? For your next projects, and just kind of write them off your list. So what about, does anybody else have any more questions for TJ?
Yeah, I got a question here. So maybe for us as well as the audience, and I don't want a high level view, TJ. I think you and I may have talked about this before, but you're talking about various levels of management within your company, whether it be GCs and then managers to manage the GC. Can you quantify, so that allows you to now scale up and do better but more, but can you quantify what does that do to the bottom line on a project by project basis? Say you had anticipated on making even if it's by percentage, are you making 30-50 grand on a flip, and what does that now do on across multiple projects? How does that your profit margins get impacted by that.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. So how many flips could you do by yourself in 1 year? Like, right? And then you take it and you bring one person in to free up your now you do how many did he do, right? So I learned from the first project manager, we had 3 on the go. 2 would be his maximum based on the crew potential we had, because we had so many fires. At first I thought we could take on 3, but we had so many fires and so many bad crews, and it was like, okay, we have one really sweet crew. And that by learning these and shifting these, I could spend more time creating more than one crew, but I found that a good GC or a good JV already has their solid crew that they've worked with. And why not take their already good to go crew and save time and then pay for the other person to do it? Yeah, I'm going to have to pay their salary for the whole year, but how many deals can I do in that year now, right? So the big question is, like, the big fear is like, oh, I can't get any more deals. Well, when you have all your time and all you have is time in the day to put deals together and keep your guys busy, that's all you're doing all day is just to find that one deal, and then the rest takes over, right? So you have all your time to be able to do everything. You have teams to be able to tackle it, and you can sit here going on these Facebook lives with a bunch of buddies and talk about it and get more JV potential, or get more eyes on you, or do some more branding. Focus on the big CEO stuff as opposed to, swinging the hammer, Alex.
Don't go there, man. I'm not touching it.
Hammer time, baby.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great news. Like, I mean, I think it's awesome to hear your perspective, TJ, because I know that you've had an insane amount of growth here in the last year, and I think everybody can kind of benefit from what you have to say. And do you have any tips for anybody who's, maybe looking to expand and kind of get to the point where you're at to open up their time more? Like, how did you go about finding these people to kind of take that off your plate?
A lot of them were through referrals. So as much as I'd like to, I tried posting ads and I tried to do all those things to recruit people, but the one was referrals. And then honestly, finding people that were better than you, and watch what they're doing and see if you can work something out with them and bring them to the table, right? So, for instance, my manager at the pawn shop, we had a business relationship doing like some scrap gold and jewelry and stuff, and she was the manager of one of my competitors, and it was like, what are they paying you? I will pay you more. And they ended up having some sort of back end drama, and she was able to come to the team, and now she's like, I essentially took the LeBron James from the other team and brought it to my team, right? So and I feel like I'm doing that with the new project manager that's starting. We got to get some stuff in writing before I start bragging who it is, but he's a heavy hitter coming in, so he needs some WWE music coming in. I'm really excited to bring him to the team. So
nice. So you don't feel like telling our gigantic audience here about what your plans are?
I'm gonna mention any names. That's what I mean. Until it's set in stone, I don't want to mention any names. But you guys will find out soon now.
I'm just picking at you a bit, TJ.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So I'm sure you're always looking to network as well. And if somebody wanted to work with you, how does somebody get in touch? We have, you sent me over your information just for Facebook and Cashflow Tribe. Is that kind of the best places to reach you, or what?
Yeah, or you can follow me at Flipping Simcoe on Instagram. Those are the best ways to connect with me, and can squeeze you into my busy schedule. But I'm always finding time to connect, right? So
100%. Well, I mean, you know, you're kind of creating value in that space as well. Like, I mean, it's insane to me just to kind of see all the growth of everybody that's kind of come through Cash Flow Tribe and Council, and you know, just hear all these stories, and you know what I mean. Like, you said you worked in the oil field. What did you do in the oil field?
So I was a roughneck and a motor hand for a little bit, and then ended up switching over to heavy equipment. And then I was running the excavator, an excavator on the drilling rigs. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was a drilling rig hand too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was working there.
No, I feel like
shut her down.
I feel like I'm the outside guy here. You got four of you that have been working in Alberta.
You were in Alberta too, weren't you, Alex?
I wasn't so much out in the oil fields. I spent a lot of time in Calgary with the engineering firms on the capital equipment projects.
Crazy. Yeah. It seems like, you know, oil field workers tend to gravitate towards something like this eventually, right?
All that time away, right? We got nothing better to do than to like look for better ways to
all that time away while you're just thinking like, damn, I need a better way. 100%.
TJ,
well, you got to be
definitely
ambitious to be out there in the first place, in my opinion, right? Like, you know what I mean? You got to want more out of life to even kind of take on that kind of a job, right? To, you know, so once you find something like this, then you're like, oh wow, I can do just as good or better doing this than doing that. Yeah, it's definitely a big eye opener too. So, do you have anything else that you want to add, TJ?
Brad, you were going to say something there?
Yeah, I was just kind of wanting to circle back to the beginning of our conversation where, you know, you're in a small town, it's hometown for you, and there was a lot of stigma associated with that. Like, I'm in a similar situation where I'm working in a smaller town and originally where I'm from, and that's always a worry of like, man, like, how are people going to perceive that, and how's that actually going to play out? And you're always, you know, always in the back of your mind, you're always kind of wondering, okay, how do I do this without stepping on toes or without, you know, offending other people that can easily, because it is a small town and word spreads so quickly and nobody ever fact checks anything, you know, how'd that work out for you? Because I know you were saying that things are improving and it's becoming better and you're like kind of that go-to person now. Or is it just a matter of just doing it? And
no, that's exactly what happened, right? At first, it was just like, I'm this horrible human being. And then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, what are you doing? I'm interested. Like, real estate is such a sexy topic, right? Like, everyone loves to be a part of it. So they're like, how can I do it? How do you do it? Obviously, you know, haters are going to hate, man. That's why Taylor Swift made that song. Like, they're going to be finding ways to bring you down and get jealous and do whatever. I learned that in the oil fields. Like, the second I started making good money, I came back, I lost half my friends, right? Because it just wasn't the same, right? Like, it wasn't the same thing, right? So like, and then same things in real estate, but it really helped figuring out what my goals were and figuring out what actually matters. So like, everything I do is for my two kids to make sure that I leave an impact and a legacy for them. And if I got to stop worrying about what Joe Blow down the street thinks of me when what they think of me has no impact on my kids' future. So reframing that and getting the courage to get over the fact that of what people think of me actually made me, you know, more confident. And for people to actually, like, I guess, they started treating me better, right? Like they started looking at like, holy, okay, so he's just not like a fly by night guy, or he's not a con artist or whatever, right?
I was going to say that I think the one thing you're not saying here is that you're operating with integrity will eventually gain the confidence of the public here and not hate you for what you're
exactly.
doing.
Yeah.
What's the population of where you're at, TJ?
So I'm from Midland. Midland has like 20,000 people, and then the surrounding area equals to about like 40,000. But I'm about 20 minutes from Barrie, which has like 150 or 180K population. All the little towns are so close to each other; they're all like 5-10 minute drives. So,
Okay, so is it like a metropolis kind of area where like Barrie's the center, and then you have a bunch of little like offshoot suburbs kind of deal, or what?
yeah, don't worry.
Might be the wrong word, but
Barrie has more than one stoplight.
Yeah, don't worry, Shawn. I was bad at geography too. It's all good. To be fair, I had no idea anything about New Brunswick. And when you joined council and started talking about Moncton, New Brunswick, and Daniel LeBlanc, and you guys are, I swear to God, Moncton, New Brunswick is the capital of New Brunswick, because I don't know anywhere else. But it seems, no, I get it, but it seems like it's the best place to invest, right? You guys did a great job bringing that area to light.
Well, yeah, we definitely had some help. Like, I mean, as far as like Cashflow Tribe goes, like Matt McKeevers gave some shout outs to the East Coast as well. So, I mean, it's definitely got a decent economy here. But actually, Fredericton, New Brunswick is the capital, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, like, I mean, it's great. It's great to be able to connect with all you guys, even from across the country, right? We're very, very happy to be involved.
And Cali owns half of Moncton now anyway, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm pretty sure that, you know, at least the fire, next to the fire hall down the road, and, you know. Yeah. Cali's definitely been one of the bigger parts of the success of my business so far. So we're always happy to connect with Cali down here, and Daniel LeBlanc as well. So yeah, he's definitely been a big part of our successes. So, I mean, we're always happy to have Cali involved as well with anything, and anybody else should as well. So we're actually kind of coming up to the end of our show here. So if we just want to do our little sign offs here. So why don't you go ahead and start there, Cali?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay? My phone's acting up a little bit.
You're a little bit faint, but we can still hear you.
Okay, well, hey, man, TJ, thank you so much for, being our first guest on We're Going Live. We're still trying to figure out if we're going to add, like, something about dads. We want to incorporate, the fact that we're all fathers. But anyway, besides the point, thanks a lot, man, for joining us. Very last minute, and thanks for offering to come on the show and share a bit of your story, and we'd like to have you back in the future if that's okay with you. Everyone who tuned in today, I just want to give a big thank you again to everyone. I'm Cali Braithwaite. You can reach me on Instagram at Grow with Cali, because it's all about growth, and I really want to extend myself to other people who are looking to get involved in real estate at whatever capacity. Reach out to me. Let's talk about some of the deals that I'm working on, future projects, that kind of stuff. And let's take it from there. So thanks a lot. And the next person can go ahead and give their little spiel now as well.
I'll go. Alex Mustatea from Hamilton. Again, I guess to Cali's point, TJ, I'm glad you were able to make it, man. I look forward to keeping in touch, having you on again, but also keeping an eye out there for something to collaborate on eventually. Based out of Hamilton, I guess, for what it's worth, I'm definitely happy to collaborate. Anyone interested in the market, I have a number of people reach out, and it's always interesting to have people from the outside. From outside of Hamilton wanting to invest in Hamilton. I'm always happy to collaborate with them, but not so much as a joint venture, even if it is a matter of being able to offer my opinion on neighborhoods or on renovations. I'd be happy to do that. Can always connect. So it's either on Instagram, alexandra.mustatea, or that's my phone number right there, 289-769-8975.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Definitely appreciate you being on, TJ. It was awesome. So I'm Brad Plume. We have a main focus right now in the Grey and Bruce counties. We're actively doing flips there. So if you're definitely interested in investing in that area, or even just want to learn more about the area at all, hit me up, give me a call, or send me a message on Instagram at brad.plume, and my number 509-379-7911.
All right, TJ, and if you want to just give another little closeout and let everybody know how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me on. I'm an investor in Simcoe County, and my wholesale company is through cottages. So anybody who wants to reach out to me who's interested in anywhere in Simcoe County, love to collaborate. I do JVs, lend money, and we got a huge buyers network of cottages. So if you guys have any sweet cottage leads and you're having trouble offloading them, let us know. You can hit me up on the Cashflow Tribe site, TJ Ainsborough, or Facebook, or follow me on Instagram at Flipping Simcoe.
Awesome. And of course, I'm Shawn Gunther, and I'm obviously from the Moncton, New Brunswick area. And you can reach me at 506-800-4289 or on Instagram at the Moncton Wholesaler. So as always, it's been a great show, and thank you everybody for tuning in with us. And thank you, TJ, very much for being on the show with us. And so that'll be the end. And please join us again next week at the exact same time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you guys have a great week.